Hey guys, it's Brian from Peak Level Performance. In this video we're going to go over the deadlift. Today we're going to use the trap bar or the hex bar, whichever way you want to call it. So let's get it started. When you do a deadlift in a trap bar, you're going to go ahead and step inside the trap bar right in the center. Feet about shoulder width apart. And then you're going to make sure that when you grab the handlebars, you're grabbing it right in the center. When you're set up properly for a deadlift, with your feet about shoulder width apart, make sure that when you're deadlifting, your knees don't go in and you actually keep them out. So when you're going up, make sure that your knees are pushed out. And then when you're going back down, same thing, knees out. Another very important thing to focus on when doing the deadlift is how your back is when you're about to do the lift. So when you get ready, make sure that your back is nice and flat and your chest is up, shoulders back, and you're not rounded this way. So once again, butt back, chest up, shoulders back, back nice and flat. Pull up, back down. When you're going down, you want to make sure that you're holding that back nice and tight and it remains flat throughout the lift. Another thing to focus on when doing the deadlift is how you position your neck throughout the lift. For the longest time, coaches were teaching you to look straight up when you were doing the lift, just like this. But I actually find it's a lot better to keep a neutral neck throughout the lift. That actually puts less stress on your cervical spine, all the way down to the thoracic spine and everything. So instead of looking straight up, you keep the back nice and flat, neck neutral, and do the lift that way. When you're doing your deadlift, as you go down, make sure you're actually pushing your butt back and out, just like this, instead of just dropping your butt straight down, like this. The difference is, when you push your butt back, your shin remains pretty much vertical and doesn't shoot in front of your foot. When you squat straight down and just drop your butt, as you can see, the shin is shooting way over my feet and putting a lot of stress on your knees. When you're doing the deadlift, in the top position, you should be pretty much nice and tall right here and not hyperextending back this way. When you hyperextend, you're actually putting a lot of unnecessary stress on your lumbar spine, so let's just try not to do that. So, the proper way to do it is to come straight up, stand up nice and tall, back down. And what you don't want to do is hyperextend your back at the top position like this. When you're doing the deadlift, make sure that your heels are actually planted into the ground. So you should never go onto your toes and have your heels off of the ground. Alright? So, when you set up, you're going to push your butt back, most of the weight back on your heels, and perform the lift that way. What you don't want to do is lean forward so that you end up on your toes and your heels come off the ground.
Thank you for checking out this video from Peak Level Performance. Hopefully you enjoyed it and learned a little something new from the exercise performed. And until next time, remember that when you train for strength, safety, and success.